Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We're here today with I always butcher the name of this, Asmus or Asmus. I'm going to have to confirm this with those guys, but with the Twilight Witch-King 1/6 collectible action figure from the Lord of the Rings. And whew, that was a mouthful. But again, we have the Lord of the Nazgul himself in front of us, the Witch-King. Very excited for this one. Amazing figure, and trying to kind of build with the hype of the new Amazon show coming out. So, as always, let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so with the Rings of Power coming out on Amazon and a recently released trailer, as I mentioned, what better time to get this guy in front of us? And as always, wow, this is fantastic. Now, Asmus really has a track record of amazing head sculpts, and I just wanted to get that out of the way first, because the first thing everybody's probably going to zoom in on is how creepy yet amazing this head sculpt was crafted by this team over there. Kind of backing up a little bit, the Rings of Power, the trailer came out the other day. Super disappointed. It was just way too bright and vibrant. It looked like the Wheels of Time or a brand new type of IP that is coming out. It did not have that Lord of the Rings vibe. However, I'll stop it right there. I'll reserve judgment. My understanding is one of the most expensive TV shows ever created. So, dear God, let's hope they've done it justice, and it's going to be amazing, because I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and the fact that we will get a TV show coming out just excites me even more. And for all the fans out there, just say we are in a great spot, because a lot of content is coming our way. Now, swinging back to the figure at hand, the Witch-King is fantastic. As I've mentioned earlier, he is the Lord of the Nazgul, one of the 9 specters. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, there's always these 9 ghost-like figures that are always kind of harassing the fellowship there. So he is one of the 9. He is the second in command to Sauron. So we were looking at kind of one of the top guys in the army there. And on top of that, he had some badass name. Gonna butcher it, but I might get it right. The Black Captain or something along those lines, but it was a really cool name as well. So just a little lore into the figure, but wow, the team over there really knocked it out of the park. Head sculpt is amazing. The little crown that sits on top, I'm not gonna pull it off because you'll understand what I'm about to say. You can take it on and off. It's pretty simple like that. The only thing I do mention, the head sculpt is as normal, a hard rubber or textured material. I probably wouldn't suggest taking it on and off in extended periods of time, because you might mark it up a little bit, because it fits nice and snug on there. As we zoom in on the head sculpt, we can say, wow, they have knocked it out of the park. It really has those sunken eyes, that ghost-like specter look that I was really envisioning prior to getting this in hand. And I really have to say, Asmus kills it with all of their head sculpts. Now, on the subject of tailoring, they killed it. Again, Asmus kills it with the head sculpts. They kill it with tailoring. On all of their figures, they just have this really next level tailoring that, as you see here, is very in proportion. It looks realistic under the right lens with the head sculpt and the tailoring on this guy, and the right lighting and effects. Dare I say, you could probably pull off some pictures that would make it look borderline real. Now, with that said, also, and just to kind of show off the amazing details of the weapons here and their swords, I do believe all of the swords that come with the Lord of the Rings lines are indeed die-cast. And on top of that, we do have a little bit of weathering in the sword here. So just the realism has some weight to it. Just both looks and feels absolutely amazing. So just another little add-on that they put into the quality of their figures. All right, so as we start to wrap this up, I did want to mention, and I'm glad from the backside here, there are 2 layers of textures on this guy, so of clothing / cloth. So we have the top one that is a more smoother type material, and then below, the best way I would describe it, underneath here, I feel really weird the way I'm doing this actually. We have more of a linen, old school cloth type material, same thing on his legs, so just worth noting that there are several layers, which adds a little bit more contrast to it. Obviously, and just want to point out, we do have real / horse hair that comes with the head sculpt as well. And then, of course, we have the die-cast swords. There are 2 of them. I have it in the pose right here. I showed you one of them. They both basically look the same, but they does come with 2 swords, so it is kind of a what you see is what you get scenario. Now, it is worth noting, as always, it does come with a stand, so thank God. Any 1/6 maker out there that is not including a stand with your figures, not sure where your brain is at, these things need to stand. If we're going to keep it on our shelves, if we want to think longevity, long-term into this thing, please include a stand. Asmus has included a stand. Not only that, it is a branded stand. These guys have a license with Lord of the Rings, so this is an officially licensed 1/6 figure in front of us. So with that, branded stand as well. So fantastic that we have all that as one package. And overall, they've just done a fantastic job. I think the entire Lord of the Rings line that they have done just really knocked it out of the park, especially the orcs. I mean, the orcs are just kind of next level. The face sculpts on them, the detail are just amazing. I just really can't stress enough. I cannot wait for them to come out with some other orcs, and I believe there are a couple in the rumblings, so have a look out. Orcs coming soon, but overall, you have the normal Lord of the Rings kind of humans and the hobbits, which they've done a fantastic job at. But I really, really love the extra ones they've done. The Mouth of Sauron, the Witch-King here, the orcs. Really can't wait for them to take another dive into some extraordinary / scary figures, because what they've done so far is fantastic. And as always, excited to see what they're going to do next. So as always, let's slap a score on this guy. I've had it in mind for a while as he's spinning. He's pointing his hand at me, and I feel it. Like, I kind of want to reach my hand out and slap him too and say, hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. And with that said, 8.7 out of 10. That's right, 8.7 out of 10. I think they've done a fantastic job. I really am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I'm excited for what's coming. Glad they have the license and excited for what's coming next. Die cast, fantastic tailoring, great head sculpt, and as I've said 100 times, let's see what they do next. KC Toys, Asmus, the Witch-King!
Huh?